etc., etc. With Macho, it was a complete different story. Macho was this type of dog. Damian was here, Macho was here, and all the other leader mates were here, around here. When it came to Macho Wantan winner, he was head, shoulders, and all his body above flying over these dogs. He was such a different animal. He was built even differently. His snout, his everything, his character, the way he walk like awesome buck. He will go around, he will look at something, start screaming, oh! He was an amazing dog. And when I finally got to see him, I already seen Barracuda, I already seen 600, I already seen Oso de Ricardo, I already seen, what's his name, Annabelle, all these dogs in Chanel. And when I got to see her, to see Macho, I called VA and I said, this one here is completely different. This is in another level because of the speed, the tremendous, thunderous speed that he has. The screaming, the ability to get to a wild hog, a wild pig, and completely destroy him with every bite. He has a better bite for a hog hunter than anything I've seen with all the mated dogs. So BA was very, very happy. The problem was this dog was with these Turks, and they wanted to have this dog to be shown. These Turks will never know how to discover a weight on a dog or nothing, and they hooked this dog into a hog. It was a very famous hog, big hog, that already had gone into 2 Sons of Mayday and had obliterated and had finished them. So this was the hog, the wild pig with the big tusk, and it was called the hog, the Mayday hunter. Okay, but instead of being hunted by the Mayday dogs, he destroyed the Mayday dogs. And he was Macho going and had 2 great men involved into this. You had 2 completely miserable nobodies that through BA, they got connected to a man to condition the dog. STP, John Bemis, top of the line guy, what second best in the world. And then you have another man, the man that was in the Jeep Homer deal. His mind my mind goes a little off right now, but it was a really, really great guy. Okay, and he was the one with the in the middle, and this dog went there and won. The problem with this dog was that this was in New York, in Pennsylvania, near New York, and it was early February, and it was extremely cold and freezing temperatures. And when Bemis gave this Macho to these dogs, already one-time winner, superstar, everybody celebrating, this is the next Mayday, these guys let this dog freeze to death. They left him in a kennel. They drove for hours until they needed gas. He was in the back of a pickup truck, getting all the blazer and everything. And they took him in there. By the time they opened the kennel, they couldn't get the dog out. They had to open up the kennel to save the kennel, take the dog, put it in the trash can. That's correct. Those are the, oh my God, I'm gonna call this guy. That's the guy right there. Same guys, they have Macha. Macha had little puppies, 10 puppies, beautiful puppies. They were very healthy, very nice puppies. They were puppies of a dog called 357. I'm not going to talk much in detail of 357 because, again, I want to talk about dogs that I touch. If you ever come to my channel, you'll understand that I don't promote dogs that I didn't touch. I don't talk about dogs and start talking and daydreaming and Queen So Hard and Black Spider and Grand Champion Hummer and blah, blah, blah. I don't talk about dogs. I talk about dogs I have. Listen, how miserable can you be that you can't even talk about the things you have? You got to talk about other dogs. So these 357, I know stories about him, not the ones that I like, and I will develop in some point, in some place, why I don't like 357 that much. I mean, it is attractive to see all the race to the merits and on the stuff, yes. But when you look in detail to the Buck bloodline, and me talking to Williams Gaston on the phone in 1989 and 2000, you know, we had some conversations about these dogs and the ability to have conversations with Mr. Burns and some people in the Carolinas back then. And the ability of production, you understand? You have the people with the Rebel Jacko dogs, you have the people with the Buck dogs, and the people with the Rebel Jacko dogs were always on top. They were the better dogs in general. But the Buck dogs have a little bit of impact on that yard. And yes, the pedigree was beautiful. But a lot of times it's like this, and I said it. When you look at a pedigree and you look at the merits of a dog, there are levels to those merits. And there is ways, details that tell you about those merits. There's a lot of champions that almost are not champions. And there's a lot of great champions that you look at them, when you see them, you say like, man, I'm so sorry. You know, I wouldn't take this dog. You know, for example, a video that's all over the internet of that dog of the center, I want to say his name. You look at the dog, picking, looking, thinking, you know, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Aren't you supposed to be the dog of the century? This doesn't happen with regular mutts. Not quality at all. But yes, of course, it's going to be the backyard breeders and some people that like to make some noise will like to get attached to that. But going back to this. When you look at the Mayday Blondie dogs, there's a huge difference. A huge difference. Damien was a dog that didn't have too much air. Okay? He was not blessed with air. I worked him, I conditioned him. It was a little difficult to put him in shape. I had him ready to go, and it couldn't happen. It was a 7-year-old dog, and I was able to put him in really spectacular shape. He was in my house. He was better than Macho for sure, because he was a little bulldog, okay? But when you have Macho, you had an F-35 type of dog, you understand? An amazing shotgun dog. But Macho was gone too soon. And when you look at the ability of production, you look at these two Turks had a female called Two-Face female. They bought it for $300 in a neighborhood in Houston, Texas. It was a heavy, snooty dog. And this dog that was heavy, snooty dog came to them, and they tried this dog. And this dog was so miserable, so low level in terms of quality in genetics. Maybe a great pet, but when it comes to genetics for reproduction and preserving any breed, that was completely a zero, below zero. And I remember when I approached them and they are trying to breed these dogs. And these two boys, you know, Macho was big, the female was small, they couldn't get to hook. And the light was coming in, the street light was hitting it. They had some dust on the floor. And the dust was full of little spots, every semen, you know, when the dog is shooting before the load comes in, he's shooting this liquid, and it was sperm liquid or liquid, whatever you call the liquid. It was there on the floor. And this guy, with the light, I can see him, he's getting all this on his face. I was like, I should have known. I mean, at that moment I said, this guy right here, is something weird with him, because, you know, you wouldn't even wipe your face, you know, wash your face, so be careful. But anyhow, at this particular point, the breeding was done, and out of this breeding, 2 dogs came out. The female was completely not good. Macho one-time winner produced 2 amazing dogs, because I have to be honest, the 2 dogs were amazing. And they were half a donkey on top of a race, on the bottom of a racehorse. That's exactly how that was done. When it came to Damien was the dog that people at one point didn't want to have. You know, Macho was the one that gave value to Damien. Macho gave value to Damien. Macho became famous. Now Damien, that was a nobody, started to become famous. So his price went up because Macho made him famous. And then Macho, with the leader of Macho Bulk and all the stuff that was going on, the advertising and everything else, at that particular point, Macho became, and people started paying attention to this Mayday Blondie dogs. Now you must understand something on this, because this is all historical, it's from the past. So it takes a little bit more to explain, because history, I cannot extract anything. When it comes to Macho, it's also another very sad story. Macho was on there was a chain spot on a concrete slab, brand new concrete slab, white color, in Houston. I don't know if you know Houston, if you know Texas. Whenever it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, the sun is so hot and it's beaming in the summertime. Well, Macho wanted to go and pee, and these boys on a Friday night or Saturday night, maybe Friday night, they put it outside to pee. And they put it outside to pee. I'm supposed to go see a puppy in the morning, and I drive into the place around 4 o'clock the next day. Boom, boom, nobody opens. Boom, boom, nobody opens. The cars are there, nobody opens. Then I go outside, and Macho is about that big. She blow up. These boys have taken the female, put her outside the chain, and no cover, went out to a party with some of the boys and left the dog in there, and got cooked by the sun. So you got two Mayday Blondie dogs. For my opinion, two, especially Macho. Macho was the man. Macho made everybody shine. Macho died frozen. They didn't care about Macho. And then Macho died cooked. There is a third Mayday Blondie dog that I'll leave it for books or something else. I will, the stories is shocking. Honestly, same crew, same groups, you know. And today you have these little boys on the internet. Oh, we are the team. We are the team. They are the team of what? We are the team of what? The guys that own the dogs, they did everything they did, and you guys today are the team. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And straight facts. These dogs, both of them died. It was a complete shameless stuff. Complete. I'm a dogman. You remember I told you I'm a dogman? That's why I gave you that little guide so you can see where dogman is. When it comes to understanding the difference between Macho, and Demian, it is huge. When it comes to genetics, it is like this. There are connectors that Macho has that are incomplete to complete Macho. Macho was a complete beast. Macho was the replacement to replace Mayday and make a better dog than Mayday. My opinion, Macho was faster, was a better dog. Now remember, I did touch Mayday. So when it comes to these qualities, Macho was the better dog. Macho was a way inferior dog, and Demian also was way inferior dog. So for most people that do not understand pedigrees, and this goes for my friends, my clients, when you look at a pedigree, just because this pedigree right here, I'm looking here at Macho right here, just because you find this element with a different name, Demian, Macho, whatever the case might be, is not the same as Macho One-Time Winner. It is not. Macho One-Time Winner was the beginning of the golden vein. He is the one with the biggest amount of qualities. So whenever you have a dog with Macho or Demian, and we breed, or they breed it, I even try. I have to be honest, I did try. Listen, I'm gonna give you an example. You know,